Hey everybody. Um, now I know I haven't posted a lot. I think last week. I know I try to do 2 videos a week, or like a normal video and a short or something like that. But last week I was dealing with storage issues and just I don't know, and just wasn't in the mood to do a video or anything, or didn't have nothing in the video that I thought would be good. But make this video here. Right now I'm in Charleston, West Virginia, which I kind of wanted to get Charleston, West Virginia in a video because when you get closer to downtown area, it's actually really beautiful, the buildings and stuff, some of the buildings. But also I wanted to make this video to talk about like my channel and what I have, the ideals that I have for my channel and where I want my channel to go and everything. But I need y'all's help. Um, right now, I think as I stand, I'm at 36 subscribers on this channel. I have a second channel I haven't done anything with in a while, but this channel, my main channel, is 36 subscribers right now. Um, as of I think today's 28th of April. My channel at first I only had like 11 subscribers, and then when I started making videos about trucking constantly, it skyrocketed to 36 very quickly. But I've been on 36 for a couple weeks now, um, and one thing about being a YouTuber or whatever, you don't really look at the numbers, but I kind of keep track of the numbers. I'm a numbers person. I like numbers. I like paying attention to numbers. But I need y'all's help because I've talked to some people and gotten some comments and stuff about what people like and don't like, but I don't have enough. I don't know what everybody likes and don't likes, or what you want to see more of or don't want to see at all. Um, so I need y'all to comment down below. What kind of video do y'all like? Time lapse videos, or do y'all like the videos where I'm just recording and talking and teaching, and or like what do y'all want me to do in my videos? Now, granted, I can do most things. Um, I know my nephew made a suggestion towards me about a game, but it's I'm trying to still figure out how to do it. Um, that also being said, if you do comment anytime on my channel or about anything, please, please, please keep it family friendly. I do have kids that watch my channel. I know my nephew watches it with my sister. My kids watch it, and I'm sure there's other kids that watch it. So if you do comment, please keep it friendly, family friendly. I'm gonna keep everything I say family friendly. Um, so if you could keep the comments PG. Also, I do not like negativity towards me or anybody else. So if you are coming on my channel and commenting on my videos to be negative, just take it somewhere else because I don't want it on my channel. If I do see negativity on my channel in the comments or anything, I will take them off and probably remove the first time I'll take it off. Second time I'll remove you from my channel. Um, but I trying to figure out what people like. I know I have a buddy who watches my videos. He likes the time lapses with the music and just it's sped up so you can see the scenery. You see more of the scenery. I know some people like when I'm talking about something and teaching or saying stuff about things that I do with the truck or the truck does or anything like that. That being said, too, I am not the smartest man in the world. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't claim to be the smartest person. I'm smart, but not about everything. I have a lot of useless information in my head. I'd be good for trivia game, but when it comes to trucking, I've been doing it for a while now. I'm not 20-year veteran or anything, but I've been doing it for a while. I know a little bit, but if I do say something, hey, this is how this works, or and it does this and that, and I'm wrong, I don't mind if you get in the comment section and correct me. Just be nice about it, and don't be mean or rude or try to bash me or anything, because I don't know everything. I will try to talk and teach on what I know, but I don't know everything. Somebody out there might know more than me about something, which is totally fine. I recorded a video a couple weeks back that I never posted because in the video I was talking about something and was totally wrong about it. Like, totally wrong about it. And I was talking to a buddy of mine about it, and he's like, that's not how that works at all. Um, and I did research, and I looked it up, and found out that what I said in the video was totally off in left field. So I was wrong, and I'm going to correct that. I never posted that video because I was wrong. I don't want to mislead y'all or give y'all wrong information. So I actually looked up the information that I needed to know about it, and I'm going to make another video here sometime. And well, when I'm making the video, I'll make I'll give y'all the correct information about it. I know there's a lot of people out there that they support me and my videos. They watch them, and they even give me shout outs on their YouTube channels, which I'm going to give them a shout out. One channel that, if y'all like video games and farming or hunting or trucking, because they play some trucking, construction, um, survivalist games, or any kind of video games kind of like that, simulators and stuff, go check out my friends Old Gamers Lane and Wayne. That's their YouTube channel, Old Gamers Lane and Wayne. Lane and Wayne, they play literally almost every day. They put a stream out. They don't put videos, they do streams. But they're playing Farming Simulator, Ranch Simulator, American Truck Simulator, Construction Simulator. They played SnowRunner, Contractville. There's some other ones, Farm Manager. There's quite a few different games they play, but they are a family-friendly channel as well. So if your kids want to watch them play, have at it. They love little kids watching them. They love anybody watching them, and they'll more than happy to interact with you during their streams. Go check them out. They're, like I said, Old Gamers Lane and Wayne. Off of that, if you like cooking or just like food in general, go check out Sandra K. Sandra K YouTube channel. She actually, I want to congratulate her. Congratulations, Sandra, on getting over 50 subscribers on your YouTube channel. I think she's at 53 last time I checked. But congratulations on that, Sandra. But if you like food of any kind, go check out her channel. She will help you learn how to make all kinds of different things. It's not a traditional food channel. She don't have things prepped. She actually does it right there in front of you as she's making the video. So go check her out. Her videos are coming out really good. She's growing as a YouTube channel. Go check her out and tell her I sent you over there. Maybe she'll shout my channel out again. I don't know. But tell her I sent you over there. Tell Lane Wayne I sent you over there. I'm really good friends with them. I play with them all the time on their. I've been on their channel quite a bit. Um, Another guy that I can think of right off the top of my head is Why Not Gaming. He does farming simulator content. I don't know any other content that he does because I don't get to catch all of his streams because he usually streams in the morning time when I'm working, so I can't really catch his streams live. But he's a good friend of Lane and Wayne's too. So go check out his channel, John C. Pepper. I know he plays Farming Simulator with Why Not, but he also plays he plays American Truck Simulator too. So go check out his channel and his videos. Last shout out, I played with this guy last night with Lane and Wayne, but go check out Ghost Boy Gaming. He has quite a few channels too. He does quite a bit of stuff. But enough of all that. This is Charleston, West Virginia. This is where 77 and 64, 64 kind of splits off of 77 or 79. But this is Charleston, West Virginia. Like I said, it is beautiful. Here in a minute, you're going to see a building with what looks to be a gold roof. I don't know if it is or not, but it's still a cool, kind of cool building, kind of cool to see. Another thing I think is cool is there's like a river on both sides of Charleston here, and they meet back there where I just crossed over it. But here in a minute, maybe you'll see this building off to the right. Let me get up here and make this curve. Excuse me. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this building is like a Capitol building because Charleston is, for as far as I know, the capital of West Virginia. But I don't know if y'all can see that over there. I'll try to maybe zoom in on it in the video in the editing process, but it's to the right now. But I don't know if it's actual gold or if it's just like gold plating or what. But it's kind of cool. Actually, I can see that y'all can see it in the video. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's a state building. The beeping that y'all hear every once in a while, that's my radar in the front of my truck. Newer trucks have radars in the front that will tell me the speed of the vehicle in front of me, but also tell me if I'm too close. And that beeping tells me that I'm too close to the vehicle in front of me. So the truck in front of me, that's in my truck up there, is going 62 miles an hour, and I'm going 63 miles an hour. So I'm catching him, but I'm not catching him to the point where I'm too close to him. And actually, he's slowing down. So he's going 60 now, and I'm going 63. So that beeping is that's what that beeping is. I have another beeping that I don't know if it'll do it. I might be able to get it to do it. Actually, hold on. So that beeping there, which I did that on purpose, but that beeping there is my lane departure, meaning I crossed that white line on the right side. I exited my lane that I was in without using a blinker. That lane departure is kind of like the rumble strip on the side for truck drivers that drive and are tired or dozing off or whatever, and they don't turn that feature off, which I have a button I can turn it off for 15 minutes. That's it. Just 15 minutes, and I got to hit that button. Excuse me. Gotta hit that button again to turn it back off. Um, that sound is made to wake you up. If I was listening to the radio through the cab, it would cut my music off or cut whatever I'm listening to off and play that sound to try to wake me up. Now, granted, if I don't get back in my lane and I stay out of my lane and that keeps going off, eventually it's going to start beeping really loud, and a visual message is going to pop up on my screen on my dashboard saying, "Hey, your lane departure warning," and it's going to be red. And if I don't get back in my lane at that after so long, my company has a camera installed in the truck that it'll start recording what's happening in front of me, but also start recording me and the cab. So it'll see what's going on in my cab and in front of me. So if I am asleep or playing on my phone or distracted in some way, it'll start recording and stuff. So if I hit somebody and they say, "Oh, well, he was on his phone," it will start recording, and JB Hunt will be able to see what I'm doing. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of truck drivers don't like the inward-facing cameras or the cab-facing cameras because it's like, "Oh, y'all are invading our privacy." Well, one, and when I park, supposedly that camera is supposed to not record. And I know that because right now it has a green light because I'm driving, meaning it could record at any time. A blue light, when I pop my brakes, there'll be a blue light, meaning it's in standby mode, and it's not recording. But I pulled my front curtains, which covers that camera, so they can't, even if they did try to see me when I was parked, they wouldn't be able to, because my curtains block it. But a lot of drivers don't like that camera, but you got to think, if a driver nowadays, people are ridiculous when it comes to driving and lawsuits and stuff. Say the white Dodge that's in front of me right now wanted to make some money, easy money, and picked me as a target. They could slow down, slam on their brakes, and I could rear end them. And then they could tell the police officer or state trooper or whatever that came, could tell him, "Hey, the driver was playing on his phone, wasn't paying attention, and rear-ended me." Well, one, as soon as I hit them, my camera's gonna detect it and start recording. And when it starts recording, it records 7 seconds before and 7 seconds after. So it's 14 seconds that it records. And in that 14 seconds, JB Hunt will be able to review the footage and be like, "Our driver was not playing on his phone, he was driving." Excuse me. And that white Dodge, per se, or whatever vehicle I hit, slammed on the brakes, and our driver didn't have enough time to stop because that driver slammed on the brakes. Or say a driver cuts me off or anything. They'd be able to go to court, like if I got sued and went to court, they'd be able to give me that camera footage or bring that camera footage to court and say, "Look, this is actually what happened," because a camera is a unbiased witness. It does not take my side or the other person's side. It records what happens, exactly how it happens. So it takes the he said, she said out of the equation and proves exactly what happened. So I like the cameras. Sometimes I don't. Just depends. But it's there to help us. But so comment down below what you want me to or what any ideas that you have, what you like, what you don't like. Hit the like button if you like my videos. If you don't like a video, you don't have to hit the like button. You don't have to do anything at all. But if you want to, there's a thumbs down button. You can hit that to let me know that you don't like it. Just I need y'all's help. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you don't want to see more of, what I could do to improve my videos, or you don't have to comment at all. You can just watch the video or not watch the video. I'm I'm not going to be able to make everybody happy, and I understand that. But if you want to keep watching my videos and you want to see other things, let me know. I have some ideas in my head of what maybe some things I can do, but I have to figure out how to do them. Um, I'm still working on figuring things out. So, but let me know what ideas y'all have or might have. Or if you don't have any ideas but you like the content, let me know. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when I put up new videos. And also, all that will help push my videos out there with the YouTube algorithm. It'll help me push my videos out there. More people will see them. More people will find my channel. And you never know. Be more people will start enjoying my channels or giving me more ideas of what to do. So if you have ideas, let me know in the comments below. Again, stay family friendly, stay respectful to not just me, but to everybody in the comment section. So I'm still, I just came out of Charleston. I'm in Marmet, Marmet. About to come up onto the West Virginia Turnpike, and I'll have to pass through a cash box or a tow booth, as some people call them. This one, somebody the other day on CB radio called it a cash box, and it made sense because they only accept cash. They don't take any kind of credit card or debit card or anything like that. It's only cash or pay by plate. So it makes sense that it's called a cash box. But the West Virginia Turnpike is pretty much 64 and 77, which is what I'm on now. Takes you through the mountains, the valley of the mountains. It's actually really pretty down there. I love going through that part of West Virginia, and I'll take y'all through with me, so y'all can see it as well. Um, there's depending on the season and what time of year it is, going through the valley here of the West Virginia Turnpike. It's really cool the different things you see. Here in the summertime, you'll see trees and things blooming and stuff. It's actually springtime, but you'll see the trees and stuff. But like in the fall, it's really cool, and hopefully I can catch it this coming up fall. But they burn the sides of the mountains to burn all the leaves and underbrush and everything. But it's really cool driving and seeing that because all you see is a glowing line going across the mountainside. And at first, when I first saw it, I didn't know what it was, but then I realized it's a fire going down, a controlled burn going down the side of the mountain. And it's really cool, especially at nighttime, driving through there and seeing that. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully I can catch that this fall or something driving through here. But like in the wintertime, there's snow all over the side of the mountain, so it's really pretty. So hopefully y'all enjoy the scenery as well. And I don't know if I'm gonna time lapse through it or just find something else to talk about. I'll see what comes to when I get there. But Now this is Chesapeake, West Virginia. So literally in like 5 minute time, I went from Charleston to Marmet to Chesapeake. Which also I call these mountains, which I guess technically they are, but some people might consider them hills because I've seen mountains like mountains with the snow on the top and everything uh, out in Utah. I've seen those, and they're just as beautiful as well. But these mountains are still have their beauty too. Um, so it's beautiful, I think. So that beep, if y'all heard it, I don't know if y'all heard it or not. That beep there was saying that speed limit is 55, and I was going faster than 55. So it was letting me know that I was exceeding greater than 5 miles an hour. So, which I've slowed down now. But so there's a sign there that says 50. Um, so I'm gonna slow down here. Let's see if this goes off. Nope, it did not go off. Okay. Um, so that I've explained what 3 beeps now. The one that beeps when I get too close to the vehicle, one that beeps uh, out of my lane, and then the speed limit one. There's another one that beeps. I have a blind spot monitor on the right side of my truck, or on the passenger side. So when I turn on my right blinker, if there's somebody over there, it will beep and let me know. Um, and also, I have an indicator. I have a black box on the side on my A pillar, or A column, which is the front columns on beside the windshield. I have a black box over there that if there's something over there, there's a yellow light on it right now, but if I turn on my blinker or my flashers and there's something on my right side, it will turn red. So I can look over at my mirror, and if I see a red light, I know something's over there, and to double check everything before I merge to the right. Uh, I I explained the beeps because I had somebody ask me what all the beeps were in my truck, or all the beeping and everything. So that's what all the beeps in my truck mean. Uh, Now, granted, this is a 2022 International that I'm driving. Um, Older trucks might not have all this technology on it, which some drivers, the newer drivers, they don't know any different than the newer trucks and all the technology. But the older drivers that been driving for way longer than me, they don't want nothing to do with this uh, newer technology. Me being a company driver, I don't have a choice. The company gives me a truck to drive, and I have to drive it no matter what technology's in it. Some of it's good, some of it's not. I like the adaptive cruise control, which the adaptive cruise control, for the people that don't know, if I set my cruise control at 65 and the car in front of me is going 60, my truck will automatically slow down to the point that I'm not going to rear end the person in front of me. It'll keep me a safe distance away. That's adaptive cruise control. Now this truck here, I've not used it in traffic, so I don't know how it works in traffic. But I used to drive a Freightliner Cascadia that had it, and it would go all the way down to zero. Like if you're using rush hour traffic, it would literally you and then go when the traffic started moving and stuff. I don't know if this truck will do it, but we've came a long way with cruise control.
sunrise whispers through the morning fog so thin. Our 64 westbound, where the winding roads begin. Cold dust kisses rivers where the mountains softly smile. West Virginia's calling me, mile after country mile. The truck rolls steady through the hollows and the pines, past the faded barns and fields where the old cattle dine. Sweet hum on the radio, a fiddle and a sigh. This stretch of road feels like home under a golden sky. West Virginia, you're the song I never knew. In your valleys I find an old tune breaking through. With her voice and my harmonies collide. I-64 westbound with love by my side. Signs point to Summersville, then Beckley flickers by. Memories on these exits, like stars in an endless sky. A diner off the roadside, locals greet us with a grin. This land is proud and tough, it's where our story begins. The Blue Ridge fades behind us, the mountains hug us close. The spirit of this highway blooms where freedom always grows. She hums along beside me, her voice so soft, so clear. Every mile that rolls beneath us draws the future near. West Virginia, you're the song I never knew. In your valleys I find an old tune breaking through. With her voice and my harmonies collide. I-64 westbound with love by my side. West Virginia, you're the song I never knew. In your valleys I find an old tune breaking through. With her voice and my harmonies collide. I-64 westbound with love by my side. Signs point to Summersville, then Beckley flickers by. Memories on these exits, like stars in an endless sky. A diner off the roadside, locals greet us with a grin. This land is proud and tough, it's where our story begins. The Blue Ridge fades behind us, the mountains hug us close. The spirit of this highway blooms where freedom always grows. She hums along beside me, her voice so soft, so clear. Every mile that rolls beneath us draws the future near. West Virginia, you're the song I never knew. In your valleys I find an old tune breaking through. With her voice and my harmonies collide. I-64 westbound with love by my side. West Virginia, you're the song I never knew. In your valleys I find an old tune breaking through. With her voice and my harmonies collide. I-64 westbound.
Now, another informational tip about trucks, for the people that don't know and don't drive trucks very often. In a standard truck, and when I say standard, I mean you have a trailer with tandems, which the tandems are the tires that, or the axles on the trailer are together. On a standard truck like that, the different weights that we're allowed to have, which we're not allowed to go over 80,000 pounds on a standard trailer with tandems. Your front tires, or your steer tires as we call them, steers, is 12,000 pounds. You're not allowed to go over 12,000 pounds on your steers. Your drives, which are the ones on the back of the truck, either single axle, double axle, triple axle, however many axles. The drives, if you have two axles back there, it's 34,000 pounds. And then the tandems on the trailer is 34,000 pounds. If you go 34 plus 34, that's 68, and then you go 12, that's 80. So that's a standard setup, and that's the setup that I drive. I have the steer axle, I have 2 drive axles, and 2 tandems, or 2 axles together. I do know by watching another guy that I watched a long time ago that does trucking, split axles, which are the trailer axles that are split, they're not together. Those trucks, as far as I know from his videos, can hold 90,000 pounds all together, like truck to trailer, 90,000 pounds. I don't know the weight ratio on that. I just know in total it can hold 90,000 if you have split axle on your trailer. If I see a truck with split axle, I'll try to point it out. Most trucks though are tandems. Now up in Michigan, when I'm up there, you'll see a trailer with like 8 axles on the trailer. I think they do that so they can haul a lot more weight at one time. Because the more axles you have, the more weight gets distributed, and I think the more weight you can haul. Don't quote me on that though. And then of course you got single trailers and you got doubles, which doubles are, you have 2 little short trailers, or there's Rocky Mountain doubles, which you have 2 longish but still kind of short trailers. They're not pup trailers, and when I say pup trailers I mean 28-foot trailers. Those are called pup trailers. Rocky Mountain doubles, they're a little bit longer trailers, but they're still double. And you got all your trailer types that I know of. You have dry box, which is what I haul, which is just a normal, what people consider normal semi-trailer, which is a dry box. Then you have a reefer, which is a dry box with a cooling unit on the front of it, which dry box has no insulation. Reefers have insulation in the walls a little bit to keep the coolness in and the hot out. But they're your refrigerated trailers. Then you have flatbeds, which are exactly what it sounds like, a flat trailer that literally just flat without the box. You have a step deck, which is like a flatbed, but in the front it steps up to another platform. Then you have low boys, which are the ones that ride very low to the ground. It looks like you can't fit nothing between them and the road. Those are called low boys. Those are used mainly for like equipment, like big equipment and stuff. You have curtain siders, which is like a dry box, but the sides are curtains, and you can kind of pull the curtains back. There's also kinds that I'm not sure what they're called. That trailer that just passed going the other way, it's a curtain sider. You have containers, which is what's on the other side right now, which literally is like a container on a cargo ship, just on a semi-trailer. And then you have some that I'm pretty sure this is how it's called, but it's like a covered wagon, which is like a curtain sider, but the whole part of it, except for the bottom, is like a curtain. And you have the kind of like the flatbed with a curtain all the way around to cover it. You have tankers, which speaks for themselves. They're tankers. They haul most of the time liquids, but you can also haul gas in them, gases and stuff. And then you have
there's another kind of trailer. I don't know the actual name of it, but you can haul bulk material in it. Kind of like a tank. It kind of looks like a tanker, but it's bulk material, like sawdust and stuff like that. You have logging trailers that haul logs. You have dumpers, and dumpers can be tip dumpers where they tip up like a dump truck and dump out, or bottom dumpers that they dump out the bottom. Trying to think of other ones. Right now I can't think of any more right off the top of my head. But there's many different types of trailers. There's also like flatbeds where you tarp, kind of like the one across the road there. It's a flatbed, but they have their cargo is tarped to keep it out of the elements. You got car haulers that haul cars. You got cattle or livestock trailers that haul livestock. I can't think of any other ones right now off the top of my head, but those are just the different types of trailers that haul different types of stuff. There are different types of cargo. The majority of cargo will fit in a dry box or a reefer trailer. That's why a lot of your semi-trailers that you see are boxes, like dry boxes and reefer boxes. There, in the industry of trucking, there is many different setups, many different things to haul, different ways to haul it, and just there's a lot to it. So if you want an opportunity to get into trucking, there is many different opportunities to get into trucking, and many different things you can do in trucking. Now, I didn't catch the first cash box on video, but this is the second cash box. So you go through a cash box and pay, or to get on, and you go through a cash box and pay to get off the turnpike. The far right lane is cash or Easy Pass, and the far left lane is cash or Easy Pass. The three in the middle are Easy Pass, which Easy Pass is a box on my windshield that when I drive through here, it'll catch it and automatically pay. There it says, keep moving, then Easy Pass paid. It gave me the green light to go through. For trucks, I think it is like $14 with the Easy Pass. Without the Easy Pass, paying cash, I think it's $19. And for cars, I think it's like $4.50 for cash, and I think Easy Pass is $2.50. Don't quote me on that either. That's just from what I've seen. So there's also different types of, for the people that don't know anything about trucking, there's different types of trucks. So I drive an International truck, which International is the company. There is, you got International, you got Freightliners, which are light duty trucks. You got Volvos, which is a light duty truck. Then you got the heavy duty or mid duty trucks, which are, you got Kenworth, you got Peterbilt, you got Western Star. Those are the main ones, the main big truck companies. Which, like, I'll go over them again: International, Volvo, I forgot one too. Freightliner, Kenworth, Peterbilt, Western Star, and Mack. Those are your most common recently seen trucks. Now you do, the people that have older trucks, you also go into, Ford used to make a semi truck back in the day. You don't see very many of those anymore because I think Ford turned over to Sterling, but you still see a few Sterlings out there. Go back in the day quite a bit, you have Chevy used to make a light duty semi truck, and GMC used to make a light duty semi truck. So, but you don't really see those much anymore. You also have different types of cabs. You have, like what I drive is a standard, what you see over the road sleeper cab, which you have the two front doors, and then you have the back part that has the sleeper in it with the bunk, and most of the time you got refrigerator, microwave, TV, stuff like that for the driver. And then you have a day cab, which a day cab, you don't really see them over the road much. You still can, but not much. A lot of times you'll see those in like the inner city or like city limits and stuff like that. They're the ones like Pepsi and Coke and Amazon and stuff. They're most of the time are, well, Coke and Pepsi are just most of the time day cabs when they're delivering to stores and stuff. They're smaller frames, easier to maneuver in the tight quarters and stuff. They literally only have the front seats and like the front part. You have the doors, you don't have anything behind the doors except for the frame where you hook the trailer up and stuff. Those are called day cabs or duty cabs. Literally, most of the drivers that are in those, most of the drivers that drive those are home every day. Not always. Some companies have day cabs and they just put their drivers in hotels every night. And then you have what's called a cab over, which I like cab overs. I've never drove a cab over, but I think they're beautiful trucks. But that is the flat nose trucks. Literally the cab sits on top of the engine, and you don't have a hood out in front of you. So you just literally in front of you have the road. Some people don't like cab overs. I love them. I think they're beautiful looking trucks. So those are the different kinds of trucks, different brands and different styles. I could talk all day about that, because you have short frame, you have regular frame, you have stretched frames, you have single axle, double axle, triple axle, quadruple axle. There's so many different customizations that you can do to a truck that I could talk all day about it. I'm not going to, so don't worry. Now I'm in Beckley, West Virginia. This is another kind of beautiful area of West Virginia. If you can't travel the country and see how beautiful our country is, just know that the country itself is beautiful. Different kinds of sceneries, all the different places that you can go and see, it's beautiful. I wish that I could go back in time and see what this country looked like before we had all these different roads and cities and towns and stuff. Just see how beautiful it is back then, and just see the progress that we have. You know what? That's a question. I'll ask that question in this video. Comment down below. If you could travel in time, would you go back in time or would you go forward in time? And if you could go back or forward, how far back would you go, or how far forward would you go? And what would you want to see or find out? Comment down below what you think about if you could time travel. Would you go back in time maybe to change something, or go either farther back in time to learn more about the history of this country or history of something, or just to see stuff? Or would you go forward in time to see what's coming ahead, or what it's like 100 years from now? I would like to know. Me personally, if you've ever seen Back to the Future movies, I love the Back to the Future movies. Love them 100%. If I could travel in time, I would go back in time. I would go back as far as I could and learn all the history that I could possibly love to learn. But I love history. I love learning things about different things. But I would go back in time and learn. I'm not really concerned with 100 years from now in the future what's going to happen, because I'm not going to be here. But and if I had the opportunity, I would go forward, but I would go back in time first. And I would want to meet like George Washington and the founding fathers, and I'd love to just be a fly on the wall when they did all this stuff to make this country. But also I'd love to see, like, I'd love to go back in time to that time, to colonial times when they first settled here, and then just be like a fly on the wall or something, and fast forward and just see the progression of where we're at now, and just see how far this country's come. So I would love to see that. But let me know down in the comments what you would like to do. Would you like to go back in time and see what has happened, or would you like to go forward in time and see what's going to happen? Or do you not want to time travel at all and not know what happened at all, or is going to happen at all, and just live life and see what happens? Let me know. I'm very curious about that. And let me know if you've ever seen the Back to the Future movies. I've seen them all many and many times. Love them, all of them. It'd be awesome. I know it's not going to happen, but it'd be awesome if they would kind of make more Back to the Future movies that go forward. Maybe make one more. Find maybe like Marty McFly's kids and make one more going in the future, or going back in time or something. That would be, I think, would be cool. Probably not going to happen. It'd be cool. So here in Beckley, there's the Beckley Service Center's coming up, which has different restaurants like Starbucks and Wendy's and stuff. But it's called, don't quote me on this, but I think it's called Tamarack. Tamarack. But it has like Starbucks and Wendy's and stuff like that. But it's off to my right now. The service station actually is brand new. They didn't open it too long ago. But there's another building on up that is the actual Tamarack building. But that service station there, like I said, it's brand new. It's not been open very long. It's pretty nice too. So if you ever get a chance coming through here, go and stop by there and check it out. See what they got to offer. Pretty nice place. And if I can, I'll put it up on I'll put up like the website or whatever on the screen. This is Beckley, West Virginia.
The spirit of these highway blooms where freedom always grows. She hums along beside me, her voice find an old tune breaking through with her